Live. Hey guys, it's life coach and licensed therapist Robin May, and I'm super excited to spend some time with you on this live. This is going to be very quick, but I want to make sure that I reached out to you again. I've already done one video, and I'm going to keep giving you some resources as we thrive during this quarantine. We're not just surviving it, we're going to thrive in the midst of it. Declare with me. I want you to say out loud with me. Now, listen, I don't mean to preach, but I want you to say out loud with me that I am going to come out better after this. I'm going to be better. My marriage is going to be better. My children are going to be better. My business is going to be better. I'm going to be better after this. We are not surviving it. We are thriving in it. So I want to give you 4 quick strategies for you and your spouse to navigate the next several days, maybe the next couple of weeks. This is very simple, but this is just some things I want you to be thinking about over the next couple of weeks, couple of days, whichever one it's going to be. I want you to do some things very intentionally. Listen, I love my husband. I love me some Lee, right? I love my husband. When you say but, that means it's a contradiction. So I'm going to say, and so I want to make sure that we are still good after this. And sometimes all of us, we deal with pressure differently. We deal with stress differently. Sometimes we can internalize, sometimes we can project. And regardless if you have no concerns at all, being in this time period, being in this situation can begin to bring up some emotions. And so even today, I was feeling a little bit, and everything my husband was saying, everything my kids were saying, it was like, oh my God, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. And so you could unintentionally be snapping on somebody. You can unintentionally be short. And so we want to make sure that we leave this time better than we went in it. So here are a few suggestions. There are 4 things I want you to do during this time. Number 1, I want you, now here's the deal. Some people are having to stay in the home. You're not going out at all. Some people really, not by choice, have to leave out for work or for whatever reason. And so whether you are quarantined completely in the home or whether one person is able to leave and somebody else isn't, I still want you to do these 4 things, okay? So number 1, I want you to make sure that you are having some time just for you. If that means you have to wake up a little bit earlier, if that means you have to stay up a little bit earlier, if that means you have to get in the car, pull it into the driveway and just sit there for a few minutes, I need you to have some time just for you. Listen, as a woman of faith, I use that time for prayer, for meditation. But if you want to use that time for whatever, just to be still, I want you to make sure you are intentionally carving out some time for you. Number 2, I want you to make sure you and your spouse are carving out couples time where y'all are just looking at a show. You guys are just chilling. You guys are going for a walk. You're doing something where you're spending time with one another. Number 3, you want to make sure you're having intentional family time. Again, you could play a game, whatever it is you want to do. So time for you, time that you are carving out. When I say these things, I mean that if you do it every day, if you do it by week, that you're saying, hey, at 2 p.m., this is family time. We're shutting off TVs, we're turning off phones, and we're just going to come together for family time. Whatever you have to do, set a time for yourself, time for the family, and then time for yourself, time with as a couple, then time with your family. But then number 4, this is what I want you to do. I want you to have what I'm calling creative couples connection. Creative couples connection. Now, you've already had time with your spouse. You know, y'all have done something, y'all have hung out. But I want you also to make sure that over this time, you're doing something intentional, something proactive. I don't care if you guys have to Google on YouTube videos for couples, something where you're learning, something that you're doing an activity to something that you're doing intentionally to invest in your marriage. And I have something for you. You know, I got something for you. There's a lot of resources on ibelieveinmarriage.com, but you can actually go to ibelieveinmarriage.com/2020win. This is a resource that you and your spouse can do. There are 20 suggestions, and you could spread these out for the next 20 days. You could do one suggestion a day over the next 20 days. So go grab that resource. There's something you can do every day for 20 days. That's your creative couples connection time. So you're having time for yourself. You're having time as a couple. You're having time as a family. And then you're doing something intentional, creative couples connection. I want you to do that. Stay connected to us on our Facebook page, on our Instagram, on YouTube. If you have not signed up for our email list, go to ibelievein.marriage.com and sign up. We're having resources available for you every single day, and I have something amazing I'm about to offer, and I'm going to post it on Instagram shortly. So make sure you go over there to find out what it is. I am here for you during this time. We are going to thrive, not just survive. I'll see you soon.